Cancer, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosie Victoria and I'm the creator of the Misfit Business Lounge, which is a platform that dives into spirituality, soul-led business creation, and psychic mediumship directly for you. Now, Cancer, you have come to the right place for your October 2024 reading, and I'm super excited to dive in and see what's coming to the surface. Now, Cancer, I can see that October is a very kind of mixed emotion month for you. A lot of you are going to be going through some very, very sensitive emotions. And so you can expect to feel a little bit like you're on edge and as though you're being prodded. What I'm seeing for you, Cancer, is that you feel like the people in your life are prodding you. They're probing you. They're asking you too many questions. They want too many details. And it can feel very much overwhelming because you aren't ready to answer them. Now, what I'm seeing right now is that there's a time at the beginning of the month where you're going to need to think for yourself. And I feel like you've almost had to revert into hibernation at the beginning of this month to think clearly and get yourself to a position of grounding. However, with where the planets are this month and then diving into what's channeling through my mediumship, what I'm feeling right now is that there's an element of like back and forth happening in your energy field. And it feels very much as though you get yourself in this grounded pathway, you see the future, and then there's a backwards motion, and then there's the future, and then there's the backwards motion. And so it's going to feel a little bit on and off with the way that you're feeling internally. Now, with that, you're also then going to feel like your external feels very, very on and off. And so some of you are going to be experiencing almost feeling like certain people are being cold with you, and then they're being hot with you, and then they're being cold with you. And Spirit is just reminding you that that might not be the case. It might actually be you that is changing your internal feelings. And so because you're in this scattered energy where 1 minute you're blowing hot and the next minute you're blowing cold, it's super easy for you to feel like other people are treating you in a certain way, but actually it's coming from a reflection of how you're feeling internally and where your decisions on certain areas of your life are actually sitting. Now, as you're coming out of this period of hibernation, what I can see is that there's a need to stop trying to compromise. It is not your job right now to compromise with the people around you. And as much as sometimes we think that it's better to compromise, what you need to remember is that you are not here to be a people pleaser. And so it's not your responsibility to start to think about other people's emotions and how they feel in certain situations. Somebody is going to have to feel some kind of way. And at the end of the day, you need to remove yourself from other people's emotions. This is a time of a lot of self-grounding and understanding where you've always prioritized other people's thoughts and feelings rather than your own. There is a lot of noise around you right now. There is a lot of like multiple different thought processes. And so it's really important that you think for yourself and you ground into your own energy and your own thought process. Now, Spirit is saying, even when you're going back and forth, you're not going backwards because you want to go backwards. You're going backwards because you think it's the only option. And this is a reminder to not be backed in a corner, because the decisions that you make for yourself over October are going to be the decisions that have, you know, something play out towards the back end of the year. And so if you make a decision that's not completely right for you, you are going to pay the price for that. And so you really want to think about what you're going back to and whether it's working out inside of your life. Now, this back and forth could play out in numerous areas. It could be going back to old relationships. It could be trusting somebody else's opinion. It could be going back to old work fronts. Whatever it is, it's not really what you want, but you almost feel backed in a corner to say yes. And so there is going to be a need to have that really strong talk with yourself and get to that point where it's like, do you know what? Cold turkey. Cold turkey, not going back there. That's not happening. That's not my life. That's not what I'm doing. Now, cold turkey means that you're completely deciding to rule something out. And so even if this is, you know, you've been back and forth on your health journey, maybe you're going to have to go cold turkey with all that food that you love to scrum, especially with it being August, especially with it being October and us entering that winter season. Maybe it's a relationship you're having to go cold turkey with communication. Whatever it is, you now have to trust that and you now have to go through the process of that. There is an element of having to deal with the emotions that come through once you've made that decision. However, remember that those emotions are here to be purged, they're here to be released, and this is how you're actually going to enter a deeper state of healing. So there's an ending and a beginning that is being shown to me for October. And so you can expect to go through a very abrupt ending of certain chapters of your life, but a very fresh new invitation into a new chapter of your life. Now, something is showing around somebody from distance. There's like a distance being shown to me. And so this might be a family member that lives away. It might be a friend. It might be a colleague, somebody that doesn't live in close proximity and you don't have regular contact with this person, but they are actually going to approach you about something. And this is showing as a green light tick, very, very positive. Whoever this person is, and they're definitely further afield, they have a lot of strong energy to enter your life. And so Spirit is saying, say yes, allow them in, just see what happens and materializes, because this is something that can get you out of your comfort zone and give you that positive, fresh, new start that you now need in this chapter of your life. Okay, Cancer, let me know how this resonated. Drop me a like and subscribe down below. And remember to drop your breakthroughs in the comment section. I always read through how this resonated, what it brought to the surface in your life. And I just love to see things coming to the surface for you. Now, I'll be back next month with our November star sign readings. So remember, like and subscribe. It allows me to keep creating content and diving in on this platform.